Yeah, so if you watching this video today, I'm here to tell you big truckers, help is on the way. We have an app that I like to use. Currently they under new construction. It's called Zigos, Izigos. It's an app. You can find it on Google Play, or even Apple. The Apple Store is on the way, and I really feel like it can help us individually or help our situations to get a little better. I mean, presently we in the middle of a massive snowstorm, and I'm gonna show you how this is relevant because the snowstorm has caused the spot freight to become volatile. And see, what I mean by volatile, like I took a load earlier this at the beginning of the weekend because of the snowstorm, a load that it went from Atlanta to Cleveland, Tennessee. It was a load of pasta. Now, normally when I see this load on the load board, that's roughly about 120 miles, something like that. They like to pay $350, $350, $400. But of course, I'm not taking it for that. But actually, when I decided to take it, they had the load posted for $900. Now, what does that tell you, big driver? If you can go from $350 to $400 to $900, what is that telling you? You think that when the brokers sign these contracts with these shippers and receivers, that they move the needle up and down from a daily or because of weather conditions? Or you think that contract locked in for a specific amount of time? So I'm gonna help you out on that. Of course, it's been locked in for a specific amount of time. That lets you know that the broker is actually holding damn near 50% of that load, man. See, that's why part of my strategy, and I give it to y'all, part of my strategy, I don't book loads early. I watch to try to get the most out of the load. I kind of like wait for the last minute. So a lot of my driving, man, I do overnight in the last minute. While y'all, be at the truck stops or fighting over parking spaces and be wanting to park y'all truck and do y'all driving doing banking hours, I just be getting started because I was trained in a whole different type of climate, man. So it's nothing to me to head out at 7 o'clock in the evening, 8 o'clock in the evening, 9 o'clock in the evening, 10 o'clock. It don't matter because when you're a trucker, that's part of your skill. That's part of your professionalism. You're supposed to be able to head out at any time of day at the drop of a moment, in a moment notice. So yeah, back to the topic. Yeah, it was a load of pasta. Now that's another thing. When it comes to food delivery, I usually stay away from it because usually on food deliveries, usually you have a lot of time it takes to get loaded and unloaded. So I usually stay away from it. But once again, when I use this particular app, I'm able to see through other truckers and other trucking companies how long at the present day moment it took to load that truck. And so if I don't mind taking food if they're gonna get me loaded in 2 hours or less. The reason that made me give up on dealing with food is, normally, they take like 4 to 6 hours. See, I can't sit still like that, man. I ain't built like that. I like to keep my antennas bent back, man. I like to keep the rubber on my tires hot. And so, but because of the present weather conditions, as you can see, the broker decide to put all the money, and that really ain't all the money because the broker made something off of it. They decide to put all the money back in the load to make it worth taking. And yeah, and see, that's what we gotta pay attention to. as small trucking companies, man, we cannot continue to take freight that is not convenient of keeping your company running at an optimal level. And another thing, you know, when it pertains to that, I was looking and I seen that what is Pink Cheetah Express, they was suing TQL and about broker transparency, which is already the law. But of course, because of some contractual issues or whatever, something about an oath, I briefly just skimmed over the article, but basically to make a long story short, Pink Cheetah Express lost the lawsuit to TQL. And so now they're appealing to FMCSA to shut down TQL authority. And all of us drivers, all of us trucking companies, man, they got a complaint website that you can complain to the FMC. It say where we can voice our displeasure under the present conditions, because it was over a load, some kind of ice cream load, and something happened with the load, but it came out that TQL was getting paid 44% of the load. Now tell me how that makes sense, that a company that's basically being the administration or admin being able to keep 44% of the load from you, driver, that's actually doing the work. And see, that's why we have to come together and we got to be cognizant to these type of things that happening out here, man, because this is killing us, man. This is killing us. This is so un-American. This is so unpatriotic that you can have individuals or companies that can set up an avenue or a section to where they basically capitalize and taking from you while actually not really doing any work, man. The people on the front line should be getting majority of the bag. And see, just like for instance, and this is why we got to get the attention of people like Sean Duffy, who's over transportation of the federal government right now, because what I can't understand, like a couple of decades ago, man, I played college football, and so my roommate and a couple of my partners, they went to the NFL. They got drafted, and of course they had agents / brokers, and they was only, and when they brokerage the deal with the NFL teams, they only able to keep 3% of that contract. Yes, sir. They only able to keep 3% of the contract. You move over to, if you buy a house, I just happen to sell a house, and it's the same thing. The real estate agent, they have to split 6% of the sale of the house between each other. 3% for the buyer's agent and 3% for the seller's agent. I'm trying to figure out who has set the standard for brokers to keep whatever percentage they want off a load, and they be able to maintain that precedent for this amount of time, man. Because to me, that is amazing. That is unbelievable. I don't understand how that could go on, man. And so that's why we are going to have to assimilate, man, and voice our displeasure. But in the meantime, in between time, we need to share our experiences and know exactly, between us, know exactly what we should and should not be taking for this load. I'm so tired of running across videos where individuals, you know, I seen the guy, he posts somewhere out there in Texas, he hauled containers, and he was saying that when he take a load from Dallas to Houston, something like that. I don't know exactly, but he pulled in a container. He said usually the load go for 1,100 or the 1,200, but he likes to, because it's so much competition when he bid for that load, that he drops down and will take the load for $900. And talking about he's still able to make like $600-700 a day, which if he does it 5 times a week, he making $3,500 a week. And he thinking that he's sharing good business strategy. Okay, big truck driver, well, what if somebody decide to shortstop you? And see, that's what we have going on out here. Tell me, when does SHIT stop rolling downhill? What of another driver, especially ones who come from third world countries or something like that, decide they want to shortstop you? So it's absolutely no money into the load, because that's what's happening out here, fellas or gents. We are short-stopping each other while the brokers are sitting back laughing at us and using our ignorance against us, man. We got to get away from that. It's a complaint site. You can look it up on Google, on the web. We need to piggyback. I salute Pink Cheetah Express. And the funny thing about it is, it seems to me that I'm just going off probabilities. Pink Cheetah Express, this seems like this might be, we'll just say a minority company that's choosing to say, of the female persuasion, they're choosing to say, man, enough is enough. But the men, they still just like to get bird fed, man. You know, get up off your pee, man. Go out there and get back your liberty, man. Because, man, we are looking very weak out here, man, by accepting these conditions that's going on right here, right now, man. So, yeah, I wanted to discuss that today, man, how you do have some individuals that's getting tired and ready to make a change, man. And TQL is being sued. Of course, they lost the lawsuit. I don't know how I judge these judges today. I don't know. But I don't know how it can rule on that behalf. But you do have FMCSA still deliberating to decide that they want to shut TQL down. But of course, we can make that decision, maybe go more in our favor if we start to raise more noise, man. Because it's ridiculous. Man, I just gave you an example earlier, man. A lot of these loads, when inclement weather come in or during a time where it's holiday, you start to see how much money is actually in the load, even without the broker being transparency, if you paying attention to the details. So we got to stop taking the loads that's not beneficial for you, man, to run your company efficiently. So anyway, man, yeah, man, let's start using the tools available for us, and let's sign that petition or make that complaint to get, we got to put this pressure on Sean Duffy, man, because really, this don't got out of hand. So until next time, we'll catch up with you.